Welcome back, everyone, to Dream Careers. I'm your host, Craig, and today we're diving into a principle that's not only a wake up call, but it's also a game changer for how you navigate your career and your life. It's called Smart, Broke, Busy. You can only be two. Now, I'm sure this is going to hit home for some of you. And let's be honest, sometimes you need a bit of tough love to wake up and see where you're really at. So I'm here to be that unreasonable friend who challenges you to assess your situation honestly and to take action where needed. Now, I want to simplify this concept so it's crystal clear. You can either be smart and busy, smart and broke, or broke and busy, but you can only pick two. Now, if you're broke and you're busy, you're not being smart. If you're smart and you're broke, you're not using your time effectively. But if you're smart and busy, guess what? You won't be broke. And that's where we want to be. So, throughout today's episode, I'll walk you through how to understand these dynamics and, most importantly, how to make sure you're moving towards the ideal scenario: smart and busy, but not broke. Now, you might be asking, why is this principle so crucial for you? Well, it's simple, right? In your career and in your life, you're constantly making choices about where you want to invest your time, your energy, and your money. These choices shape your success or your stagnation. If you're broke and busy, it's often because you're overwhelmed with low value tasks that aren't leveraging your unique skills, your intellect, or your experience. You're putting in the time, but your financial situation remains stagnant. If you're smart but broke, you've got the potential, the intelligence, or maybe even great ideas, but you're not converting those into income or opportunities. The smarts are there, but they're not being used in ways that move the needle. Whether it's overthinking, it's lacking execution, or not applying yourself properly to high leverage tasks, your potential isn't being realized. But when you're smart and you're busy, that's the sweet spot. It's about using your time and your intellect to create value. You're not just working hard for the sake of it. You're focused on the high value tasks that create both opportunity and financial rewards. And that's where I want you to be. So, in this episode, I'll guide you on how to make sure that you're not busy, you're productive in the right areas, and you're working smartly to reach your goals. So, let's dig a bit deeper into each of these scenarios, because it's easy to hear something like this and think, yeah, cool, Craig, that makes sense. But the real challenge is in applying it to your own life. So let's take a moment to reflect on your own career and where you might be right now. Broke and busy. This is the classic grind. We've all been there. You're working long hours, but the pay doesn't match your effort. You're likely caught up in tasks that are not urgent and not important. You might be in a role that's draining you, or you're taking on extra projects that don't align with your long-term goals. The issue with being broke and busy is that you're stuck in a cycle where your energy and time is being used on tasks that don't add value to your career or your financial future. It's a reactive rather than proactive approach to life. If you're always busy but still broke, it's time to look at how you're spending your hours. Are you spending too much time on things that don't move you forward? Smart and broke. Now, this one can be especially frustrating because you have the intelligence and the potential, but for some reason, whatever reason, you're not able to convert that into financial success. Maybe you're caught in analysis paralysis, where you're overthinking instead of taking action. Or perhaps you're undervaluing yourself. You're working in positions that don't match your capabilities. Or for whatever reason, you're not pursuing those higher paying opportunities. It could also be that you're focused on the theoretical and strategic side of things rather than executing to see tangible results. The key here is recognizing that the intelligence is there, but it's not enough on its own. You need to turn that intellect into income. That means shifting the focus from just thinking about ideas to acting on them in a way that leads to financial gain. Next up is smart and busy. And this is exactly where I want you to be. Being smart and busy means you're not only using your intellect, but you're strategically applying it to generate both career opportunities and income. You're no longer wasting time on low leverage tasks. You're working on high value activities that align with your long term goals. Whether it's taking on strategic projects, building relationships with key people, or prioritizing tasks that move you towards your big wins, you're constantly making sure your time is being used to its fullest potential. You've figured out how to balance your intellect with time management and how you're able to see both career and financial rewards. So let's take a moment to bring this into context of my own journey. And I'm sure many of you can relate to this. So when I was younger, I was definitely broke and busy. I'd work long shifts, I was constantly on the go, but my income wasn't reflecting the amount of time I was putting in. I was working bloody damn hard, but it wasn't translating into progress or financial stability. And looking back, I wasn't using my time or my skills effectively. And I certainly wasn't making smart decisions with my career that would lead to long-term growth. Then I transitioned into different roles where I found myself being smart and broke for a period. I had ideas, I had my qualifications, I had potential, but I just wasn't leveraging them in ways that generated income. Instead, I spent too much time planning and not enough time executing on opportunities. And it was frustrating because I knew I had what it took, but I wasn't applying myself in the right way. But over time, I started shifting my mindset from playing it small to seizing bigger opportunities that aligned with my potential. And that was the turning point where I started to focus on maximizing the application of my skills. And guess what? Today, I'm in the smart and busy category. I'm constantly working on high leverage tasks that are aligned with my bigger goals. Whether it be my work with my business or my other ventures, I've learned to prioritize the right tasks that bring the most value and move my career forward. I'm busy, yes, but it's productive business, and it's paying off both financially and in terms of advancement. I'm not going to lie, it's taken time and effort to get here, but knowing how to work smarter has made all the difference. So let me ask you, where do you stand in your career right now? Are you broke and busy? Or are you smart and broke? Or perhaps you're smart and busy? Take a moment to reflect on where you are and what you need to shift to get to that smart and busy zone. And if you're not there yet, think about the low value tasks that you're spending way too much time on. What's draining you and not helping you grow? Now, what actions can you take to shift your focus and apply your intellect more strategically to create value and income? That's what it means to be working smarter, not harder. Now, if you have any questions or any ideas for future episodes, I want to hear them from you. Or even if you just want to share your own story, reach out to me directly, as I read every message and love connecting with you. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Dream Careers. Make sure, if you haven't already, to subscribe so that you never miss an episode. And if you found today's discussion helpful, leave a review or share with someone who you know who may benefit. Once again, my name is Craig and I'm here to help you move from broke and busy to smart and busy. And let's make that happen. Until next time, keep focusing on what really matters and let's get you to that next level.